Do you want to be funny in every conversation? Many studies show that being funny works like a real social calling card. It makes you seem smarter, more attractive, and it truly helps you earn other people's trust. Getting someone to laugh isn't about being a natural comedian. It's more about knowing how humor really works. Humor works when you take two ideas that normally don't go together and combine them in an unexpected way. Once you understand that, the next step is learning how to adapt your humor to different types of people and situations. A dark humor joke that cracks up a friend might not get the same reaction from your grandma. Just like a joke that works on the basketball court might feel totally out of place in a business meeting. That's why today, I'm going to break down 4 simple but super effective humor styles you can use in any conversation, whether you're talking to people you've just met or trying to impress the girl you like. Misdirection humor. Misdirection is a technique widely used in comedy. Imagine telling a story that seems to be heading in an obvious direction when suddenly you take an unexpected turn that makes everyone burst out laughing. Unlike straightforward jokes, the secret here is playing with the listener's expectations. How does it work? Start with a premise that seems to lead to a predictable conclusion. Then, change course at the last moment. While the audience thinks they know where you're going, you introduce a completely different ending. The gap between what they expected and what you say generates the comedic surprise. I bought a book on how to stop procrastinating. I started it next year. As you can see, this joke builds expectations, but instead of the expected conclusion, it creates a clever twist that makes people laugh. To use it well though, remember to create a believable expectation by avoiding absurd details from the start, and the twist should be immediately understandable. Self-deprecating humor. Self-deprecating humor, in psychology, is the ability to laugh at yourself, your flaws, and embarrassing moments in a light and constructive way. If you always mess up simple things, you could say, "Yep, I managed to spill coffee on myself just by drinking it like a normal human." Or, "How many times have you done something dumb, like pulling a door when it clearly says push?" Now, you can either pretend it didn't happen or make a little joke like, "If awkward was an Olympic sport, I'd be a gold medalist." That way, you turn an embarrassing moment into a shared laugh. Self-deprecating humor is also a great ally to become more tolerant of criticism and to face difficulties with a lighter, more positive spirit. But be careful, making jokes about deep insecurities, physical appearance, or mental health, especially in front of people who don't know you well, can make others uncomfortable instead of making them laugh. The trick is to only joke about light things you've already accepted about yourself. You're not putting yourself down, you're just showing you're not afraid to be human. That's exactly what makes you likable. Topical humor. Topical humor is all about tapping into what people are already talking about. It's built on shared references, news, trends, viral videos, and creates instant connection through recognition and timing. To use it effectively, there are 3 things to keep in mind. Go for topics that most people recognize. A joke about the latest viral meme will land better than a reference to cricket, unless you're with cricket fans. A joke about something recent lands better when it's still fresh. If you wait too long, it loses its punch. The goal is to entertain, not to start an argument. If you're touching on something controversial, like politics, use irony, not aggression. Lately, TikTok has been flooded with funny videos of Bigfoot vlogging in the woods. If you were hanging out with a group of friends, you could say something like, "We spent decades trying to catch him on camera. Turns out he was just waiting for Wi-Fi." Affiliative humor. Sometimes a joke said at the right moment is worth more than 1,000 speeches. Not just to make people laugh, but to make the other person feel connected. Affiliative humor works exactly like that. It's the kind of humor that helps build emotional bonds with others. So, to use it, make jokes that include yourself and the people around you, focusing on shared experiences and avoiding heavy or ambiguous sarcasm. If there's a risk someone might feel mocked, it's better to skip it. Imagine you're studying for an exam with a friend, and you say, "If we pass the exam tomorrow, it's only because the professor feels sorry for us." These kinds of jokes don't offend anyone. They make people laugh because they touch on something true for everyone, and at the same time, bring people closer together. In a time when feeling out of place is almost the norm, using humor to connect with others can be one of the most genuine things you can do.